Probably not supposed to do that.
I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. Super depressing. What's up, internet? Yep, it's me again. But this time I want to take a closer look at the new QUICKJACK setup I bought to use with the Corvette. Now, if you're not familiar with the QUICKJACK systems or setups or lifts, it's basically a portable automotive lift that dirtbag weekend warriors like me find really interesting for a few different reasons. You're able to use them in garages with standard height ceilings. There's no posts that need to be bolted to the floor, and it sounds like we're going to be able to use a standard wall outlet to power this thing. Before I talk myself into buyer's remorse, let's just get this shit out of the box. Yeah, just kidding. I'm actually probably really gonna need these. Now that I've probably woken up my kids several times, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult, but just looking at it, it looks like a bunch of stuff. I'll try to go over it with you. We got the two main bodies of the lift. I'm not sure what these guys are yet. All the hydraulic hoses that kind of hook everything together. We have a box of fittings here. It's a lot of fittings. Kind of gives me anxiety. Got the main power unit here, a whole gang of blocks. Next up.
Probably not supposed to do that. Yeah.
And that does go there, right? I just tried to put this fitting on the short hose. Remember the damn difference between that and this. This guy right here, if you can see it. So this goes on there. I hope that thread sealant's still good.
Well, we already got our first one here, folks.
The last clip you guys saw of me noticing that I had leaks coming from some of the fittings. I'd figured at the time that I had just not tightened them enough. I pulled them off the QUICKJACK, put wrenches on them again. It had nothing to do with how tight they were. When I double checked them, they were super tight. So what I decided to do, which was a big mistake, I started unthreading those fittings to check the thread sealer. Obviously, there's hydraulic pressure going into these lines, which allows this to lift. It just blew hydraulic fluid everywhere. Came back the next day after doing a little bit of research. That liquid thread sealer needs to cure. Okay, well, I'm pretty dumb when it comes to stuff like that. I looked back through the directions to find out that it still has the directions for the thread tape. These directions are a little dated. I'm not gonna blame it on QUICKJACK, but I will say that there was zero information in the instruction guide about the thread sealant. Long story short, I reapplied new thread sealant to these threads and I spun them back down again and I gave it a day to cure. We're gonna try this again. We're gonna hook these hydraulic lines back up to the power unit and hopefully we can move on. Good news, these were the guys leaking real bad before. They are not leaking now. Bad news, we still have a leak and that is super depressing. Got those good old jack stands on standby. Okay, new day, new update. Same guy, but I think I have this all figured out. And let me tell you how I got there. Oh, of course, my hot water heater kicks on right now. Please spare me. So I started by taking off both the leaky fittings. And then I focused on cleaning all the threads that may have still had remnants of the old thread sealant. From there, I grabbed the thread sealant, chucked it right in the trash, and then proceeded to grab the thread tape that I had lying around. Now, in all honesty, I don't really have anything against the thread sealant. Obviously, it was user error that made it not work the first time. But with the thread tape, I just feel a little bit more confident with it. It doesn't take any time to cure, so I don't gotta worry about that. And frankly, I'm kind of tired of dealing with this shit, so I just kind of wanted... So after applying the thread tape, I put the fittings back on and I torqued them down to... Once those were tight, I plugged all the hoses back into the power unit and the QUICKJACKs. I had to rebleed the system because no doubt I introduced a bunch of new air in there. So once those things were bled and it seemed like they were working fine on the ground, here we are. And that really only leaves one thing left to do. I gotta put them under the car and we gotta try to get the car in the air, so let's just do it. Oh, this thing's a nightmare. Well, so that's a thing. We're just not gonna be able to use these lift blocks. Gotta give her the old wiggle test. All right, guys, the car's in the air and there's no leaks, so I'm gonna try to finish while I'm ahead here. I'm done, I'm hot and I'm tired, I'm over it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of hard to watch, but we got through it. Again, thanks for watching. If you like it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. Anyways, hopefully we'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye.